G'day and welcome to DoughBoy Gaming and our live stream for Civilization 6. As I just mute my own sound so I wasn't getting a bit of reverberation. Civilization 6 Rise and Fall, and we are going to do a Australia versus the world type game, and we're just going to see how we crack on and do with that. Okay, so we haven't got anyone here as yet, but that's okay. Hopefully there'll be some little pop in over the period of while we're streaming, but we'll crack on anyway. Now we'll go through and we'll set up the games. We're going to create a game. First off, we're going to choose a civilization. So we are going to be Australia. Now Australia, land down under, +3 housing in coastal cities. +3 housing in coastal cities pastures trigger a culture bomb. Yields from campuses, commercial hubs, holy sites and theatre squares are +1 in tiles with charming appeal. +3 in breathtaking. The digger is in a unique modern era Australian unit that replaces infantry. Has +10 combat strength when fighting on coastal tiles. +5 combat strength when fighting on neutral or foreign territory, which is very good if we're invading. Outback station unlocks the builder ability to construct an outback station unique to Australia. +1 food, +1 production, +1 food for each adjacent pasture. Additional food and production as you advance through the technology and civic tree for adjacent outback stations and pastures can only be built in desert hills, grassland and plains tiles. Right, anyway, so that's what we're going to do. So he's going to be our leader. Right. Well, he should be. I've got to select him there. Right. Now, we suck at this game, so we're going to go on Chieftain. We are going to do the quick game because we don't want it to take an endless amount of time. We are going to go... we're going to go continents, and we're going to go huge. Go advanced setup. Right, we definitely want to have America. We definitely want to have England, and we definitely want to have, where's Korea? Korea. And then we're going to have 3 other randoms, like so. We are going to be playing expansion, rise and fall, chieftain difficulty, ancient era, map size huge, resources will go abundant because we just like to do that. That's not going to change, that's not going to change. Neither one of those. We don't want a culture victory or a religious victory. So we're going to refer the domination, science or score. Alright, all that being set up and done, let's head in. Now, admittedly, we don't know how this is going to go in relation to a stream and having people come in and all that sort of stuff.
Stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Prime Minister Curtin, you will lead Australia through challenge after challenge, and your people will emerge all the stronger for it. Others will seek friendship for your strength. If these friends prove loyal, your might and protection will carry you far. But stay vigilant, for aggression is not your natural course.
Okay. Aggression is not our natural course. Well, it might be a bit different this time around. Okay, as I was saying, we're going to do a little bit different. We're going to try and take out the English and the Americans. The Australians are going to dominate the world, and we're going to be try and be peaceful with Korea. Now, this may or may not work. The chance of being friendly with Korea are quite good because I tend to like doing a strong science game, but who knows? Anyway, let's head on in. Oh, as I was saying, I don't know how we're going to go with viewers and all that sort of stuff, or interactions at that, but because this game certainly isn't for everyone, but we'll certainly we'll keep on giving it a crack and see how we go. All right, so first thing we want to do is our cities are best founded on the coast, so we're going to come straight in here we've got the coastline, we've got mountains there, so that's good for campuses. So for our first one, this will suffice. Gives us a bit of natural protection as well, that we can only get attacked from a couple of little areas initially. So we'll go our next turn, and as soon as that's up, we will find our city. We're going to Eureka in sailing, which is going to be very important against the English. We need to make sure we build up our navy, so that'll be fairly important. Now, the first couple of these are fairly important. We're not going to worry about religion, so I'm not going to fuss about getting astrology. What we will do, though, is we will get mining, and we'll just kickstart that. Now, we want to build a scout. We'll go with first, and then we'll go a monument, and then we'll go a slinger. Now, I have got a couple of mods loaded. One of those is the production queue, so I can just queue things up and get going on it. The other one is I have always got the artillery bonus. So basically one of the things with this game is your artillery, especially initially, is always the same range as your archers and stuff like that. And that's not really that realistic. So just a +1 to artillery to make it that little bit better than a standard archer and stuff. But anyway, that's all well and good. That's all done there. So now we can... what's that waiting for now? Oh, my last one. Okay. Build? No, I don't want to do a builder yet. I can't remember how to get rid of that. There we go. All right. So that's a way. Let's start building. So our warrior now, we can go and do a little bit of scouting around. Hopefully find a little village, and we can score some goodies from it. Maybe even a scout, and maybe even a builder. All right. Oh, there we go. So over here we have our tribal village. So that will be great. We can head over there and pick that up. We don't want to go too far though. We're going to come back up through here in a second because we don't want to get caught out by barbarians. Plenty of nice resources around us. We've got the turtles here. We've got some fish over here, so we've got bonus food, which is going to be very, very handy. Now, the other thing we have to try and work on is we've got a recon unit. Fantastic. All right. Is our eras. So we have to work on our eras. We want to make sure, or as best we can, try and make sure we don't get a dark era. We'll see. So now we've got 2 scouts. So we'll basically send them straight out to explore. Hopefully they won't get intercepted by barbarians very early on and defeated. Move along. Our mining's coming along. We've almost finished our mining. Next term we'll finish our mining. And our warrior now is basically all but just waiting for barbarians to rock up, because we've got 2 scouts off and running. That's certainly enough initially.
Yourself in a hole, quit digging.
So we've got our mining. Now we've got to choose some more research. Technology tree. I'm just going to have a look, and we're going to see where we need to go to. What we want to do. I'm just going to have a look at the tree. I think what we really want to get to initially, get to our writing. We want to get to our campus. So pottery will be our priority now. So we'll go for our pottery. We've met our first city-state, which is a bonus, getting a city-state nice and early.
Wisdom, but authority.
Code of laws. So now we can do our policies. So we're going to do urban planning, and we're going to do discipline, because we are going to come up against barbarians. So if +5 extra combat against barbarians, particularly for the scouts against their warriors and stuff, will be very handy. I think we're going to go foreign trade so we can get traders up and running. Okay, next turn. So our monument's only got 2 turns left, or 1 turn after this turn. So there's our barbarians. Where do we find them? Up here. Alright, so we'll head up here and we'll just see if we can take them on. Get rid of them nice and early. Another tribal village. Where do we find that one? Over here.
No man ever wetted clay.
Our pottery is complete. That's good. So now we'll go writing so we can get a campus done. Our warrior can come up here. Alright, we're going to have a bit of trouble against a spearman. But anyway, we'll give it a go. Our scout will go up here. Over here we'll go to the tribal village. Boost the writing. Fantastic. Really, really good. He can continue exploring. Alright, so our scout's gone to town with the other scout. No. Our friendly neighbourhood city-state has gone to war with it, which is okay. So we'll head on over here and we'll just see what damage we can do. Or if we just get annihilated. We should be producing our slinger now, which we are. So just in 2 turns we'll have a slinger and we can head up there with the slinger as well and give that a go. We're just going to keep on going up here. I'm going to avoid the barbarians. I'm just going to leave him here so he's... Because obviously our city-state's going to come over and help whack him a little bit. Oh, there's the second city-state. So we've got 2 city-states off the bat. Which is good. They can weaken him a little bit. And then we can hit in there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fortify there. And continue up here with our scout. Another tribal village, fantastic. So the other scout's already found 3. Okay, so he wants to go over in there. So our slinger is now finished. What will we do now? Let's do a settler. And a builder, and then a slinger. Okay. So we'll bring him straight up to battle. The reason I'm doing another slinger after the settler is just so we've got, in case this guy gets wiped out up here by the barbarians. A bit of a succession plan, effectively. Okay. 1 builder, fantastic. That's good timing. So our builder here, we can't do anything at the moment because we haven't got any technology to sort of support that, but that will only last for 1 turn, so he can just have a rest. Go next turn again. So that's good. They're going tete-a-tete up there.
Writing means share.
We've found writing and we've got foreign trade, which is great. So, +2 gold from all trade routes. That's very, very tempting. We haven't got any caravans as yet. And maritime industries, 100% production toward ancient and classical naval units. We're not building them quite yet, so that's probably not so useful to us. Now we will go let's do sailing, then we can start getting some fish, which will obviously give us some extra food, and we're going to choose Ilkham is always good, so let's go Ilkham. That'll mean we can build cheaper builders, and once we've certainly got 2 cities up and running, at least we're going to need some builders to help us with that. He's got a promotion available, so we are going to do faster movement, and then we are going to send him off to go back to auto search, or auto explore, and we go next turn again. Alright, still can't do anything with our builder, so he gets a bit of a rest. Now we can send him off again. There's some more barbarians down here somewhere. That's okay. Go next turn again. So what we've got to do for these guys, they haven't given us, I don't think we've got any missions for, oh yes we have, construct a holy site and construct an encampment. So an encampment we'll probably do very early, so that's not so much of a problem. Again, waiting for the build up, which should be after this turn. We should be able to straight away build on all 3 of these tiles over here, which will give us some extra food, which will be lovely. Now we can go in and take him because the others have whittled him down nicely, so we'll gain the spoils. We get an inspiration, so progress toward military tradition has been increased, and our slinger now can come back down here and be ready for where we build our next city. In fact, our next city will probably be up here. So what we might do is might cancel it and just leave him up there. We'll probably move our city up here, be coastal initially, and then we may come back down, although I think this is at the southern end of the, it seems to be southern end of the map, so we don't want to get down to the frosted tundras and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to head north basically, and we'll see how that goes. So turn 17, we've got 330 turns to go. Basically, for those of aren't aware, we can have a look at our world rankings. We are leading for a science victory at this very early stage, and we are second place for domination because we haven't taken anyone on yet. So sailing, we've now got that, which is wonderful. So now we'll choose our research. We are going to go to currency next, and our warrior can come back down as well. He can come back and look after this area here. They can stay there. And now our builder can go to work. So he's going to go out here and gather some fish for us. The next turn, our scout down here has been harangued. Oh, we just found more of them. That's not a good move. So we've got to get him out of there as quick as we can. One thing with the scouts, they're not really intelligent. You take them, they find a barbarian encampment, you pull them out of that barbarian encampment area, and then they just want to go straight back in there. Now, he may not even survive this yet.
Without craftsmanship,
Ilkham. So we've got Ilkham now. So we'll go there. 30% production towards builders. Confirm that. Military tradition we don't really need. We want the state workforce. We want this government plaza. It's very important for our loyalty. So loyalty, if you don't have enough loyalty, you can lose your cities and stuff. So we're going to go through that. Now, I mean, I apologise. I haven't really gone through the mechanics of the game, all that sort of stuff. I wasn't really intending on doing it. Basically because, well, I'm not that good at describing the mechanics of this game. I just play it. So if you want a good idea of the mechanics on it, I don't know where you could go to find out, but I apologise. I'm just going to play it. You'll have to pick up on what's happening as we go along. I'll explain as best I can as we're going along, of course, but we'll just sort of see. All right, get some fish. They're going to stay up there. I'm going to get him out of there. Now the scout's going to have a go at him, but anyway, that's all right. It's better the scout than the Tareem and the spearman down here. Okay, stays again, and he's going to go off into there and do the fish there. Okay, head up there. And we'll put him on auto explore again shortly and see if he wants to come straight back down the bottom again. Alright, still there. Let's go. We'll put him on auto explore and see if... Oh, he's sort of going to be trapped there anyway, so we need to come back up the top. So we'll stop him. And the next turn we'll actually manually force him up around this way. Okay, we're going to build the fish. Your knowledge of celestial navigation is advanced considerably. That's good. So as you build things and do things, like, so for instance, we've now got 2 fish areas. So we've got 2 over here, we've got 2 of the fish resources captured. You get bonuses to your technology that you're researching. So for instance, if I looked in here at currency now, the one we got was, it's not available. Open technology tree, and you'll see it. If we come along here, celestial navigation. So because we improve 2C resources, we get a boost to our production. So the same down here for currency. If I made a trade route, we've got a boost for that one. So you've got the ability of boosting it if you do things in the right sort of order that happen to just sort of suit. Sometimes luck of the draw. I don't really sort of go in and have a look at that each mechanic and each turn, because otherwise it just takes too long. But you can certainly do it. Alright, don't want them yet. He's got to come over here. It's his last build turn. Could do a house over here, but I'm not. I'm going to just do the fish over here first. Although now we've got another builder. He can come over here. Now we've only got... Right, so we've only got... So our workers aren't going in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go worker there, because they're actually going over here and working here. We want them over on the C area, because this here is going to be changed. So these 2 here will be farmed for the resources of spices. This one here will be made into a campus or something most likely. So change that out. All right, so you're going to come all the way back up here. And end that turn. Okay, our warrior, he's still sitting there pretty. He might go out. We actually, what we will do is we'll just send him out to explore. The 2 slingers will defend our first 2 cities, and the warrior can go out and explore as well. Okay, so they're going to build a farmyard. So that's okay. Get a little bit of extra housing and all that. Next turn. So we'll be able to build the city up here, the next city up here. Alright, so we're going to send you to explore so you can go off on your merry way. You are not going to be able to do anything, so you're going to come up here and be ready to help out this city. And you're going to do the fishies, or the turtles, which is done. And you're going to build the next city. So now we've built 2 cities. Our progress toward early empire has advanced considerably as well. Very good. Now we're going to put the slingers in there, and they're going to fortify in the city as a defensive unit. Fortified for the city, and we are going to, let me see, we'll do a builder, then we'll do the monument, then we'll do a trader. Okay. Down here we've still got the slinger going, that's okay. Our scout has found something, has it? No, still moving out. Next turn. Okay, so we're going to fortify in the city. You're going to head off and start exploring and straight away find more barbarians. Wonderful. That was a touch of sarcasm. Next turn. One good thing is we haven't found any of our other civilizations as yet. So even though this is all frozen area here and it's not really very usable.
A strong economy begins with a strong, well-educated workforce.
Okay, so now that's all well and good. So we're going to choose our civic. So military tradition. So as you can see here, we've had an early boost for that, and early empire. We go early empire, so we can do sharing of borders with our frenemies. And we are going to construct a government plaza. And put you down there. So government plaza down there. Right. Now we've got governors. Now the governors we want to are very important in relation to what skills we're going to use. Now I honestly haven't played this enough to really sort of get stuck into it, but I do want to do city games, that's all combat type stuff. That helps for fast loyalty and spreading it. Growth in the city. Industrialist 2, price on production. We might put Magnus in Canberra. So as you can see, having a governor in there also then improves our loyalty per turn. So at the moment we've got plus 21 because we've got no other cities around us to influence our loyalty. So loyalty is based on the amount of people we have living in our city and how loyal they are. Having a governor increases that to plus 29. Now, as you'll see later on, that'll become a little bit more important than what it is currently. But we'll get him in there, get him working, and then that will then influence this city up here. So as you can see, it belongs to Australia full loyalty. But if we had any others in the vicinity, that may be suffering. Good morning, Farmer Klein. How are you? Welcome to the stream. And welcome to this Australia Takes Over the World. Well, that's the plan. Alright, so we've got our slinger. We're going to fortify him in the city. And we head over to next turn. Now, we've got this barbarian up here which we're going to go on and take on. Hopefully our club-wielding warriors can do some damage, and they did, which is all good. And we're off to the next turn again. Scout has found an actual tribal village again, which is good, so we might be able to pick up hopefully another builder would be good. No, we've got progress toward mysticism. That's not that fantastic. Thanks very much. Continue exploring. You're going to go off and continue exploring, which is great. Now, the barbarian has run away, as they do. Lovely cowards that they are. So I'm going to chase after him and explore that area at the same time. While our builder moves up here to Newcastle. Our capital of Canberra is expanding nicely, which is good. And so now we're going to get up here and do some building. We're going to head over here, farm our wheat. That'll be our next turn. Still want to get these. So we want to construct an encampment and construct a holy site. So we gain envoys with our city-states that are nearby, because they can be very, very handy in case we get in trouble with an invasion. We can actually hire their armies off them for a price. But we need to have a level of being a suzerain, basically, is the term they use. So, so we're going to turn that into a farm. Your knowledge of irrigation has advanced considerably as well. That's a very important one, because that means we can do a lot of our other resource improvements. So that's very handy. Currency will be finished in this turn, so then we'll not only be able to do campuses as our specialty districts, we can also do a marketplace, which means we can then start making some more gold, which then means we can start spending some more gold, and the cycle continues round and round and round. Now he can't explore at the moment because he's in danger. Now he can. Off he goes. The warriors are going to try and take this guy out. They can't because he's on a hill, so it's an extra turn of movement. So that doesn't help. So next turn we move along again. So we haven't got much of the map explored as yet.
Wealth consists not in
So there's our
having
first
great
era
possessions,
point. So we've got currency now.
Look back over the past.
Oh, we've actually got a couple of era points before that. I didn't even notice. There you go. So we got +1 era score for you completed the civilization's first technology from a new era of discovery. So basically what they're saying is, if we go to the technology tree, we've now gone into the classical era of our technologies, and we've done currency, so that's what's given us that era bonus. Now our era score at the moment is 7 out of 12, so we need to get 12 to make sure we don't go into a dark era, which is bad, and we need 24 or more to enter a golden age, which is really, really good. Just a normal age would suffice. More often than not, the way I play it, I end up starting with a dark era straight off, so we'll see if we can buck the norm that way. Okay, going to choose our research again now. We will do irrigation so we can develop our resources. And Canberra, we can now build a campus or a commercial hub. Now, campus we are going to want to put over here. It gives us a +4 bonus because we're adjacent to a mountain tile. The tiles appeal, so as the Australians we actually get extra appeal for charming or above, I think it was. And we also get we're getting +3 from the tiles appeal, so that's okay. So we're going to buy that campus up in there, and that will help boost our science rating, which is up in here. So at the moment we're getting 9.5 science per turn, which isn't too foul at the moment. Alright, so now we're going to choose a civic. We are going to take political philosophy straight away, so we can change our government structure, and then it helps us grow even further. We have another governor title now. Now we can either promote our governor, so we'll have a look at what we can promote him to. So we can either have surplus logistics, which is 20% growth in the city. Your trade routes ending here provide +2 food to their starting city. Or we can do +20% toward industrial zone buildings in the city. Settlers trained in the city do not consume a population. That's not a bad one. Or we can get a whole new governor and put it in the other city and then go from there. I think what we might do though is it's in Canberra, so that's our main where we're going to do a lot of the initial building. So we're going to do that. In fact, we've got 2 titles available. Black Marketeer. Strategic resources not required in the city in order to build resource dependent. Yep, we're going to do that. So we can build items without actually having their resources. So that will be very advantageous. Yes, Farmer Client, we started from scratch. So we've started at the Chieftain level because I suck at this game. So Chieftain is not the easiest level, it's the next level up. We've started with a huge map, playing as continents. We've custom selected a few of the nations. So we selected Australia, obviously, as our nation. We have made sure that 2 of the AI countries are both England and America, because we're going to wipe them off the map. We've also made sure that Korea is part of the game, because we're going to make frenemies with them. We're going to be very friendly with Korea. And with Korea, we're going to go to war with the rest of the world. And then if we get enough time, we're going to stab them in the back and take everything off them as well. But yeah, so that's the plan. So we started off in Canberra here. We actually started off right on the coast, which is fantastic because the Australian nation has a bonus for cities on the coast. And we've just started spreading north, and we'll continue up there because we don't want to go down here in the frozen wastes. All right, so we have a builder. Yeah, you missed probably about 25 minutes, I suppose, from launching in, but you haven't missed that much really. It's just the initial laying of the first city and then the first exploring and all that sort of stuff. So not a great deal. All right, so we've put our farm there. I'm going to go over and do the fish. Now, I used to always, when I was playing previous versions of the game, I'd always forget to sort of go and do the fish. But I try and make sure not to miss that now because it's a valuable resource you don't normally get. So if you're not doing it, you're going to miss out on it. We're going to be in a spot of trouble we're going to go into a dark era. But anyway, we'll have to we'll continue on nevertheless. Can't see myself getting another 5 era points in 10 turns at this level, at this start. So all right, we'll do our next turn again.
Here the dark brown amorphous
Found our first
basalt.
one. Well, there's a couple of era
There
points
the
for
red
us.
ochre, and below that again the slender but distinct lines of the wood coal.
Giant's Causeway. Okay. Very good. So that gave us 1 era, so we've only got 4 to get now, with 9 turns to go. It'll be interesting to see if we get there. Definitely won't get a golden era, but that's okay. If we just get to a normal era, I'd be happy with that.
The man who has grit enough to bring
Irrigation, which is great, so we can start really expanding our cities and our resources now. This scout really does not want to be taken alive or killed, does it? Research. We are going to go with... Let me have a look at the tree again. Normally what I do, because you can set it, I'll sort of go, okay, well I want to get to gunpowder very quickly. So if I click on that, it will actually automatically select all the ones it needs prior to it to actually get there. And I will quite often do that. But in this version, I'm not going to do it. I'm actually going to sort of do it a little bit more selectively. Plus, I mean, obviously then you get to see the choices and why we take the choices, or what it's going to do to us game-wise as we go along. Now, what we do need to make sure of, though, is when we are going forward, is I want to get to the digger, but I also want to get... I think Outback is from the other tree, the Outback station. So let's go back out here. The Civics tree, I think, is the one that has the Outback station, which is a Australian exclusive. Yeah, there it is there. So the Outback station, which unlocks the builder ability to construct an Outback station unique to Australia. So it gives us +1 production, +1 food, plus half a housing point, +1 food from each adjacent pasture, +1 production from every 2 adjacent Outback station tiles requires steam power, and +1 food from every 2 adjacent Outback station tiles requires rapid deployment. So once we've got those working, we then have steam power and rapid deployment. We're making like 4 or 5 of each, and it becomes quite powerful when you've got 3 or 4 of them adjacent to each other. So it's very good to get done. But we're a bit off that one yet, so we won't worry about that yet. Okay, we're at next turn again. This game certainly isn't as fast paced as what many others are, but that's all part and parcel of the fun of it, I think. I mean, I've played this since Civ 1, and it's always been one of my most favourite games. So we just thought we'd give it a bit of a go. Whether everyone else likes it or not is another matter altogether. Now we're going to have these guys come in. We haven't got walls done yet either, which means we're not going to have an automatic free attack for defence of the city. So we do have to get walls done as quick as we can as well. But I think we have to do masonry for the walls, so we'll have to look at that.
If there are no dogs in heaven, then when I die, I want to go where they went.
Okay, so that's our animal husbandry. So now our campus has got 3 turns left to go, which is getting close. We've still got our builder going on over here. I don't know where he's gone now. Let's promote him. We'll combat strength versus melee and range units. Give him a bit more strength to go to the bash. Okay, another tribal village, which we can capture down here, which is very good. Where's our other scout gone? He should be over here somewhere. There he is. He's piling off away in the distance, which is good. There he is down there. Alright. You can get that tribal the village hut. 13 faith. Well, that doesn't really help us because we're not doing religion. Now we are only going to go for probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half for this one tonight. It can be a very long, tedious and boring sort of game to watch. I've certainly found that when I'm watching others playing it. So we don't want to sort of go too long. Now we're going to put him back to explore another tribal village. That was quick. Okay. So he'll find that next turn. We're going to go in here and see if we can still capture this guy. Because it gives us experience bonus plus gold when we kill barbarians. And it also can give us bonus points with our city-states as well. Some
May
extra
the
influence
forces
over
of
them.
evil become confused.
We now have archery. Ancient era of 3 era points. So we've made it. So that's okay. We're going to go through to a normal age. We're not going to be in a dark age, which is great. That's something unusual for me. All right, now we start to be a little bit more particular with what we're going to choose. I can do a library which gives us extra science. That's normally what we'd like to do. Or a commercial hub which is going to get us some trade routes and start making us some extra gold. I do also want to get a galley going so I can do some exploration out at sea. I think hanging gardens would be good too. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to do hanging gardens. We're going to put that there. I don't want to take the production away from the other tile. So I'll put the hanging gardens in and then we'll do the commercial. So campus is up there running. We're at 14.2 science. That's not too bad for the moment. You're going to come down here and find that scout who is over there. If I have to, I'll pincer him with this other scout. I'll bring him over and sort of trap him. Okay, so he's... Right. That's not good. So we're going to give him a promotion. And we're going to move on and come back and move him out of the way very quickly. He's going to race up here and get this scout because these guys are going to want his blood, obviously. Didn't do too bad against them. Okay. So now you're going to go up there. Another tribal village. That's handy. You're going to chase him up here. Which way did he go? Ah, I knew if I yinged or yanged. Alright, so we're going to still chase him up. In fact, what we might do is we might bring him out as well. He can come out and sort him out. Because the more he hangs around, the more chance he's got of telling his buddies that we're there. Okay, it's an honour to meet you, not really, and we would love to sample your hospitality. She's going to be a pain in the bum. She's always denouncing and always going to war. So that'll be interesting. Alright, next turn. Your delegation is most welcome. Yeah, we'll keep you happy for now. You could be of some use to us yet. Alright. So now we found the warriors here too. So, we're going to smash them first because they're going to be more problematic. We're going to take that and then scoots up there. We've got a builder up here finished. We're going to irrigate our spices. So basically the reason we want to get the spices is we can use them as a trade item too because they're a luxury resource. Next turn. So now we're producing the monument up in Newcastle. We're about due to put another city down. So we might have to buy a settler. I think we've got enough gold at the moment to buy a settler. Choose a pantheon. Okay, so what we're going to do here, because we're not going to expand our religion too much, we just pick a pantheon here that can actually help us. +1 production from fishing boats isn't too bad. I mean, considering that means we've got +2 +3 just in Canberra alone. +1 production from Marsh Oasis. Mines. No. City growth rate 10% higher is normally pretty good, and border expansion is normally pretty good as well. I think though we will do God of Sea. So that's what we'll do. God of Sea. So we're going to get extra production now from these. So now you can actually see there's extra production. Not if you couldn't remember, but we only had the one production, for instance, on that one previously. So that's all well and good. Unit needs orders. So the warrior. We're going to bring you up there very quickly. You can come down here and meet that warrior face to face. And we're going to do the irrigation on the spices. So now up here, no way, show it straight away. Actually, I think with the UI change I've got now, they put it somewhere else. Anyway, that's all right. So we're in turn 40 out of 330, so we're 1/10 of the way there. Okay, so now we've entered the classical era.
Politics is the art of the possible, the attainable, the art of the next best.
Sorry, I just took a bit of drink, so I was a bit dry in the throat. Okay, we've now got our first level of government, so we can go and unlock a government. So our choices are autocracy. So this will give us +1 to all yields for each government building and palace in a city, plus 10% production toward wonders. The Republic, classical Republic, we can go all cities with a district receive a +1 housing and a +1 amenity, plus 15% great person points. Or we can go oligarchy, all land melee, anti-cavalry and naval units, or naval melee class units, sorry, gain +4 combat strength. And 20% unit experience. Now, I mean, this is the warmongering selection. This is the money making selection, and this is the basically a bit of neutral. We're going to go the classical Republic. It'll give us the best balance. Okay, so now we've got our military policies to select. So first we're going to do our economic policies. Now, we've already got 30% production toward builders, so when we start building builders, it'll be a lot bit quicker. We've got the options of colonisation, 50% production towards settlers, which is very good. 15% production toward ancient classical wonders. We're just going to go the settlers because we want to expand. So expanding and then also building is going to be helpful. Now, our diplomatic policies. Charismatic leader, +2 influence points per turn toward earning city-state envoys. Or diplomatic league, the first envoy you sent to each city-state counts as 2 envoys. I like diplomatic leagues, we're going to go that. And for our wildcard policy, we can use anything, one of anything. Now, we're going to go the loyal. No. What I'm going to do. I'm torn. I'm really torn. No, let's go the loyalty. Let's make sure we can really bulk our loyalty up. So +2 loyalty per turn for cities with a garrisoned unit. That's what we're going to do for now. So we'll confirm the policies. Yes. +3 era score, which is wonderful. And it always comes up twice for some reason. Now, because we've actually gone into a new era, we can now make a selection. So it says here, you are in a normal age during this game era. Each of your citizens exerts the normal amount of 1 loyalty pressure in their city. This pressure also affects other cities within 9 tiles, but is 10% less effective per tile. You may make a dedication which will provide an additional source of era score during the age. So, now we've got a choice. Because we've got a normal era, we get to choose 1. If we had a golden era, we would get to choose 3 of these 4. So we can either choose free inquiry, gain +1 era score each time you trigger a Eureka, +1 era score for constructing a building that provides science as a base yield. We can do gain +1 era score each time you trigger an inspiration, +1 era score for constructing a building with great work slot. So that one there is the science. That one there is our what's the other one? Our civics. Monumentality. Gain +1 era score each time you construct a new specialty district. Or Exodus the Evangelist. Gain +2 era score each time you convert a city to your founder religion. We're not doing religions. That's not going to help us at all. So that one's gone. That one, probably not. That one, no. We like science, so we're going to go that one because we're really going to push the science. So hopefully that should help us a lot more. Choose a civic. Okay. Let me see. What do we need here? Theatre Square. Let's go the military tradition because we're going to be going all out to beat some people up. So, all right. So our builder up here is ready to do some more work. So we're going to go over here and just build a farm. Our scout here is ready to go, so we're going to put him on explore again. He straight away goes and finds more barbarians. Great. We're going to come down here and take on these barbarians, and we'll bring the slingers down here to help. Oh, he's just found the scout. Right. So we go next turn again. We'll see what happens now. So we're not too far off from getting our hanging gardens, which will be nice. Our monument. So that city's
the value of military knowledge, but if men make war in slavish obedience to rules, they will fail.
Okay, thank you. We're not going to do. We don't want great general points. They're not that useful to us. So, going to go and take this guy on. That's not very good. Can take him all the way out. Now this guy here's probably going to kill him after that. You watch. And we got one more build. So we're going to go over here and build this farm over here. Choose a civic. We'll go mysticism because it gives us an envoy. Have we got any envoys at the moment? No. Okay. But the other good thing is because there's no one else in this continent at the moment. Oh, someone built the hanging gardens before me. You bastards. Alright. While defending, your warrior killed a warrior. Okay, so we got a Eureka. Your fights with barbarians highlight the need for stronger weaponry. Your knowledge of bronze working has advanced considerably.
No
Good.
hour of life is wasted that is spent in the saddle. I like to say I practice militant mysticism. I'm absolutely sure of some things that I don't quite know.
Yeah, it could have been the Brits client. It really could have been, but it's a bit of a pain. And that's what sort of like when I was thinking about going it, I was like, well, is it worth the risk or not? It would have been a nice one to get. What we're going to do now then is we're just going to put in the commercial hub. So as you can see, we get bonuses here. So this is what we look for the extra bonuses we get. So we get golf in the adjacent river and golf on the tiles appeal. But I think we might. I don't like taking production away, so I think we're going to go. Well, we can't do it in there anyway. All right, we're going to lose more production out of that one than this one. We could always go down here. No, we're going to go there. We're going to lose the farm. That's okay. We're going to go games and recreation just because we can get another district. Now we've got an envoy or envoy. Now Geneva. So the blue are scientific. So they're going to give scientific bonuses. So if you look at the city states, as you've got more envoys with each city state, you get more bonuses. So for instance, just having the one envoy with Geneva, for instance, in this case, I'm going to get +2 science in my capital. Once I've got 3 envoys, I get +2 science in every library building. So if I've got 7 library buildings, I get an extra 14 science. Once I've got 6 envoys, I get +2 science in every university building. And it goes on and on and on. Once we become suzerain, which is we have the most envoys with that city-state, then we get all these other bonuses as well. So that's what we look forward to. So, anyway, we're not going to declare war. We are going to put an envoy to there, so we get 2, and we're going to confirm our placement. So Geneva's up here, and Mohenjo-Daro here is our other one we're going to look at, but they're more culture, so we're not going to worry about them so much. But we still want them to be friendly, obviously. Alright, so now we've got our warrior down here. He's in a bit of trouble. He's going to do a fortify until healed. We're going to build the farm, and our builder will be all used up, so he'll flither away as he does. Our scout didn't get attacked. Now, the good part is our friendly city-state up here that we haven't actually given any envoys to has come down here to beat up these scouts. So we're going to send this guy over here to another barbarian. Yeah, good choice, Duck. And we're going to bring this guy into... I'm going to bring him down here because there's obviously a barbarian encampment down here. We're going to get rid of that. So they stop sending barbarians up towards us. Hopefully this guy will come over here and he'll basically trap the scout there and we'll capture him or beat him up soon. Alright, so now we're going to attack him because his extras rocked up. We're going to take our warriors up here. They're not going to be able to attack on this turn, but they're hopefully going to do that the next turn. And he's going to fortify and try and heal himself a little bit. Now, our commercial hub will be done very soon. Our monument's taking a long time. This city's not grown anywhere near as much as our capital, as you can see. But that's okay. That's good. They took on the warriors instead of the slingers.
Each of us is carving a stone, erecting a column.
So now we've got masonry, we can do our walls. Excellent.
In the construction of something much bigger than ourselves.
Right. Very good. Now, you are going to attack him. And hopefully do a bit more damage than just killing one of them. Okay. You're going to go over and attack him and hopefully not die. Good. Now, hopefully no, he hasn't got a promotion out of it. That's a bummer. Alright, we are going to go over here though, and we're going to purchase an item with gold, and we're going to buy a settler. So that means we can just send him over here and get another city going, which will be very important. I'm also going to, we've got 122 gold. I'm also going to build a warrior. So I can come down and smack this guy. Alright, so we go next turn. So the next city, so we really need to get exploring out here too to see where our next continent is. Otherwise we're going to have to start spreading out to the centre here. Alright, we don't really want him to face off with that guy. We're going to pull him back. Now he hasn't got the range to get him, so he's going to have a promotion. We're just delaying the inevitable there, I think. Send the barbarian or the warrior out for the barbarian. Now, the game reckons the best place for a city is over here. Oh, there's a city over here. That's Egypt. That's where Egypt is. Okay. Now, so what continent? They're on a different continent. No, we're on the same. Yeah, okay. Doesn't help me. All right. Now, as soon as we start expanding too far over towards her, she's going to get upset that we're expanding close to her. So we have to be mindful of that because we don't want to make her attack us straight off the bat. So what we're going to do, we are going to head over there and build our city where the game recommends it, the most likely place for us to build. Then we need to do trade so we get some roads between our cities. I've been in worse starting situations. This isn't too bad thus far. But mind you, like I said, I'm still playing a relatively easy level. I didn't want to put on the hardest level because there's no point me just doing this and then getting smacked after an hour. Might be fun to watch. I've got an Eureka. Yeah. Your knowledge of mathematics has advanced considerably, which is good. So that means we can have not artillery, catapults. All right, you're going to take him on. Obviously not do a lot of damage. You are going to heal, and you are going to come out there. And you're in a world of trouble, so you're going to run away. And we're going to choose production now. So, what we will do is we will... Okay, so we need to build our government plaza. So Warlord's Throne, capturing an enemy city grants 20% bonus production in all cities for 5 turns. That's pretty good. Ancestral Hall, 50% increased production towards settlers. New cities receive a free builder. Awards +1 governor title. Unlocks a Republican legacy policy card. That's also very good, especially for expanding. Audience Chamber, +1 amenity and 4 housing in cities with governors. -2 loyalty in cities without governors. That's not so good. Don't like that one. We're going to go and... because you only build one of these. We're going to go Ancestral Hall. So... where'd that put that? Government Plaza there. Okay. Alright, so there's a Government Plaza. That's what we're building. So that's now going 8 turns for that, which is good. That'll be fine. And then when that's finished, I'm going to do a galley. Just so we can explore. Alright. Now, what's this buffet doing over here? Needs to move. My settler's coming over there. Well, you need to go over there and protect. No, you can come down here. Oh, good boys. That city-state is actually doing quite good. They're looking after me. More than happy with that. These guys are getting a bit hurt. Alright, so you can just obliterate that scout now. 1 down. Alright, now you guys can attack that. Oh, that's not good. You can come down here now. You can go have a look and see what Egypt's doing. Alright, next turn. Here we go. She's unhappy because our army's weak. Yeah. Alright. So I expect her to denounce me soon because I haven't got a strong army. Come on. No. Oh. Right, you can run. You can come in here and be ready to attack him. Upgrade him to Archer. And you can also have an upgrade. Okay, so he's been promoted because he gained extra experience, which is a bonus. We're almost ready. So next turn we'll be building a 3rd city. Monument will also almost be done. Another 4 turns. Yeah, that's going slow.
People who cannot find time for recreation are sooner or later to find time for illness.
So Entertainment Complex District is now able to be built as well, which is good in case we need entertainment. Our civics. We're going to go military because we can get an envoy out of that one. We're going to build our city, which is going to be Sydney. And we're going to choose our production. So what we're going to build in here will be Scout. Whoops. Come on, where are you? Scout, then Archer, and then Ancient Walls. That's what we'll do there. A bit different. Okay, unit needs orders, which is a scout. So we're going to send him, see if he can actually go without finding any barbarians. And you are going to come up in here and you're going to upgrade. And then you're going to heal. You can fortify. Good lad. And we'll go next turn. Alright, so we've been going now for an hour and 15. We've got 15 minutes more we'll go to, and then what we might well do is we might switch over and do a bit of Sussex Farm or something. So we'll just see how we go. Send an envoy. So let's get our envoy. So we've got one envoy point. Now, so we've now got 3 envoy points. So that now means that we'll have +2 science in every library building. Not that I've got any library buildings yet. But we should also be suzerain, which means we get the bonuses. So our cities earn extra 15% science when you're not at war with any civilization. Suzerain diplomacy. City-state follows you into war and peace with other players. City-state lands become friendly territory. Your units can move there, heal there, and upgrade there. Your builder units may improve city-state tiles. See 3 tiles around the city-state. Can pay gold to temporarily take control of the city-state's military and gain ownership of all the city-state's resources. So it's very, very powerful once you do have suzerain with a city-state. So we are going to put that there, confirm the placement. And there we go. So we've got +2 era score for becoming the first suzerain in the world. Very good. So now we're at 25 out of 29 for our era. So we've got to get to 29 to make sure we stay in at least a normal age. But we should be able to push on. Doesn't tell me how many turns I've got left. We should be able to push on and try and at least get to the 41, possibly. We'll try for a golden age. Alright, our scout, you can go back out and do an auto explorer straight away. Look, he's going to head straight down to find the barbarians. Real smart. Okay, so let's go find these barbarians. That was quick. Alright, we want to heal him. Once he's healed, he can come down and help support, if we need that support. Sorry, just adjusting the headphones, a little bit sore on the ears. Next turn. Okay. Well, they're being pretty aggressive. Okay. Now, you can come down through here. You can just do a heal, fortify and heal. So they're obviously going to move over to here, I would say, and then they're going to try and pound this guy into submission. We're not going to get him down there quick enough. What's he got movement speed wise? 2. Probably not going to get there in time, but we'll bring him down there anyway. 7 turns. By that time, these guys are probably well and truly dead. But we've got to clear it out. Otherwise, they'll just keep on coming up and annoying us. Yep. As expected. That was not bad for defense.
The 4 building blocks of the universe are fire, water, gravel, and vinyl.
Okay. You can go into him. And this guy here can take that guy on. 3 versus 1, surely. Oh, comparative strength. Should be okay, and it is, so that's okay. That worked alright. Next turn. So in fact, we don't need to bring this guy down here now. So we can cancel that. Well, we can on our next turn. Okay, Stockholm. So I've got another city-state. Great. Right, now you can stop. And you can go back up to your city. You're okay. You can go in there and heal up on your city too. Now, you're going to attack them. Hopefully win. Thank you. And now these guys here will just heal up, although he can do that first. Okay, so we've got an inspiration, which is lovely. Progress toward drama and poetry. Okay. Another tribal village. Nice. Egypt has declared war on Brussels. Really? Okay. All right. Let's have a look at promotions. This city receives production from any number of nearby industrial zones, not just the first. I think that means we can then build another industrial zone. I've never actually done that before. +1 production per turn from each strategic resource in the city. Let's go back. I think what we might do might appoint her, and she can go. We can put her in a city-state. Now the advantage for that is she actually has some skills with her. If you go back in here and view her promotion, she has some skills. So can be assigned to a city-state where she acts as 2 envoys. So we've straight away got 2 extra envoys with Stockholm. And in her promotion tree, other cities within 9 tiles not owned by you gain +2 loyalty per turn towards your civilization. Your other cities within 9 tiles gain 2 loyalty. Doesn't really help. 4 amenities in the city. While established in a city-state, provides a copy of its luxury resources to you. Puppeteer, while established in a city-state, doubles the number of envoys you have there. So if we can keep that envoy over there and promote her through to Puppeteer, we're pretty much guaranteed of keeping Stockholm, hopefully at the suzerain status. Now, what that will mean is then we've got effectively a city over here, which could be on either side of Egypt, and that could be strategically later on very helpful. So anyway, so what we're going to do now is our warrior. We're going to heal the warriors. We're going to promote that one first. Next turn. Okay, where are we up to now? That warrior healed already. Okay. There's got to be more. There's a barbarian camp up there. So let's go up here and we'll take on that one. Now you're gonna move? No. Okay, we're going to get the tribal village. 40 faith again, not too useful to us. Does anyone explore again? Next turn. All right. Oh, Quine, if you're still there, I found a nice little mower today too, by the way, for FS17, little class one, which I'll have to show you. It's not too bad at all. Okay, he's got to go back and heal, which is fine. He's going to refortify. Now we haven't got enough amenities, so we have to look after that before our citizens get really upset. Okay, so where are we at now? Still very surprised at how well this guy's done at defending us.
If it's natural to kill, how come men have to go into training to learn how?
That'd be handy initially for building encampments for all of them, but we're not going to do that for the moment. Choose civic, do a drama and poetry, send an envoy. Okay, now we're going to send an envoy here. We've already got a suzerain there, so we're going to confirm placement. Next turn, have a look. Right, so that acts as 2 envoys, which is good. So we only put the 1 in there, so it's act as double. So that's a good start straight away. 3 era, excellent. So that's for our galley. Very good. So 30 out of 41. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to send him on explore. Now he's just going to go around and hopefully not run into barbarians straight away and get shot out of the water. But in any case, that's okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to do ancient walls. We will also do do 2 more galleys because we want to explore the oceans because we're in continents, so we know that everyone else is on their own continent somewhere. So we need to find those. Plus we also get exploration points. And then we'll do a settler. So we're going to just make the most out of Canberra's faster production at the moment. Purchasing, we can I can't purchase a settler yet. I can purchase a granary, but I'm not worried about housing at the moment there. Let's purchase a galley. So we'll get 2 galleys going straight away. Yeah, it's not bad, not a bad one actually. It's I mean, it's just a standard mower head for a tractor, but it's effectively the same as the Pottingers, but all in one unit, and it's actually it's quite a nice unit actually. I was quite surprised. I was pleasantly surprised at how good it looks and how well it runs. I think the collisions are a little bit dodgy on it, but if I remember, I only looked at it briefly tonight for about 5-10 minutes. But if I go onto Sussex Farm after this, I'll make sure I include it, and I'll bring it onto Sussex Farm too. So, plus there's also a loading thing anyway. Anyway, we're talking about Civ 6. Why are we talking about something else anyway? All right, so we're going to fortify the archer. Our scout has been built in Sydney, so we're going to send him to explore. He's off and running. Our galley's ready, so we're going to send him off to explore. And then we're on to the next turn again. And you watch, I guarantee you this guy here will go straight down the bottom here and find barbarians and get shot and die. Guarantee it. Alright, so Newcastle is now producing a trader.
Ik am Robert Bruce. Scotland me fall with. Be het through a fell that so wet author of battalion.
Cool. So not only do we get to beat the living bejesus out of England and the US, we get to beat up the Scots. Alright, this is going to be some fun. Until they all get beaten up on me. Alright. Actually, it was quite funny. I was playing a game earlier, one of my solo games, and I was actually playing as John Curtin. And I was allied with a city, with another country, and we went into a joint war against one of the countries. Now I had 12 countries in the game, like 12 AI, and so I thought, okay, well, I'll just go to war with this country with my own ally, and we'll be set. The only problem is that ally, because I didn't look at the diplomacy screen beforehand, so I didn't come up here, for instance, and have a look at who he was, what the relationships were like. I thought, oh no, it'll be right. I'll just go straight in. Unfortunately, he was allied with 6 nations, and those 6 nations were all basically ones that were relatively close to me. And because I'd already been doing a bit of warmongering, they didn't let up, so I got absolutely smashed. But anyway, alright, so theology will give us an envoy. Recorded history will give us a promotion to our governor. 9 and 7, we're going to do the envoy. End of turn. My own version of grasswork on Emerald. I'll have to go and have a look. Okay, so our warrior now needs orders. Why have you stopped there? Oh, that's right, because we're coming up here to look for... Oh, it's gone. Did they take him out? They must have taken out the barbarians for us. That's nice of them. Alright, so you can go and explore. And we're all 34 out of 41 for a golden age. Come on, era points. Oh, this is good. We're friendly with both the Scots and the Egyptians at the moment. Let's see if we can push that. Let's see. Declare friendship. Ooh. Ooh. That surprises me. Let's send a delegation. Ooh. Right, she's very happy. Good. You know what? The Scots are good at stabbing people in the back. Yeah, let's be friendly with them. Let's be very friendly with them. Alright. I could always use the Scots to beat up the English with us. Alright, well I think that's basically where we'll leave it for this live stream. I do apologise for those that may have come in and gone out again because you don't like the game. So be it. I enjoy playing it. That's the idea of doing this. We won't do it every stream, obviously, but I just thought it'd be nice to do something a little bit different. But what we will do now is I'll end this live stream. I'll save this game and all that sort of stuff, and then what we might do is I might come back on and do a little bit of farming on Sussex Farm for 40 minutes or so. So yeah, that's what we'll probably most likely do. So thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks Farmer Klein for having a look and staying along with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will continue when the Aussies take on the rest of the world, and see what we can do. See if we can actually survive. All right. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to press the like or the dislike, and also subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. And until next time, we'll see you back here with Civilization 6. This is DoughBoy Gaming, wishing you a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, no matter where in the world. See you all very soon on Sussex Farm. See you later. Bye.